Kurahaupo te waka, ko te moana raukawakawa te moana, ko te Hoiere te awa, ko maunga tapu te maunga, ko Ngati apa ki te rātou, rāua ko Maitahu, ko Ngati Kuia te iwi Pākohe oku iwi, ko Lewis Smith toko ingoa. Pakohe was identified by our ancestors, early Māori communities, and exploited for their tools. Not only was it a taonga, a prized, a special item, but it was also something that sustained the lives of our ancestors and helped them to live in this new land. Carving really found me, sort of in search of a medium. Looking into my own whakapapa, I came upon toi Māori art, and specifically the medium of my ancestors, Pakohe. I found these things and really just embraced the whakairo, the carving, made it a really central part of my life and what I do. Carving really is a great form of self-expression. Pakohe is otherwise known as metasomatized argillite. It's a mudstone. This whole region we actually call Te Rohe Pakohe, the area of Pakohe.
One of the people who came to us probably about 2 years ago now is this fantastic local stone carver, Lewis Smith. Lewis inherited his grandfather's stone tools, which was what encouraged him to first begin working with the stone that he had a fundamental connection with. But last year, an exhibition for the Te Hoiere 250 commemoration featured a substantial body of Lewis's work. His passion and personal connection through whakapapa to the stone and the places, mixed in with an enormous appetite for learning, and then of course some incredible skills with the stone, brings something really special to his work. Lewis's work constantly grows and evolves. It is quite incredible how quickly he picks up new ideas and tries new forms and produces work.
I guess I've always been somewhat artistic. When I was 5, I used to create cardboard transformers that I would fold up myself and play with them like the Transformers toys, except I had a endless supply of my own made Transformers and Beast Wars. So I guess I was always creating things. Through my teenage years, I produced music and recorded rap music, so I guess I was always expressing myself in one form of art or another. I was never the hard-out sports person. I consider myself somewhat eccentric, never had heaps and heaps of friends. Was more the person that always had a couple of really good friends. Geez, how would you put it? Maybe a little bit reclusive, but even then, like, I guess it really depended who I was around. I was always into nature, you know, animals, exploring.
So Lewis and I have a whakapapa connection. We're both from Kurahaupo, and over the last few years I've really gotten to know him as an artist. He's another example of the few practitioners that we have here for Kurahaupo, and particularly here in the Waido. Pūrākau to me is your tribal narratives. They're a form of being able to communicate your traditional connection to your whenua, your whakapapa, your tupuna. Pūrākau is also taught through your art form, whether that's weaving, whether that is whakairo, whether it's painting, whether it's kōwhaiwhai, it's all a form of storytelling. We've got practitioners coming through the ranks, and that's what you always want to see, because what that does is it tells you that the iwi is alive and that the pūrākau will continue. I've been fortunate to watch Lewis grow. He's really hungry for the mātauranga. He's humble in that he's never scared to ask a question. And what I really love about Lewis's work is that it connects us back out to Te Pakohe o Kupe and out to the Waido Bar.
Well, our first people that came to Aotearoa, they came from Eastern Polynesia. They come 800 years ago, 1280 AD. When our ancestors first came to the Waido Bar, there was an abundance of bird life. Of course there was the moa here, which was the biggest bird of the lot. And then there's the fish, there's the flounder, the kahawai, there's an abundance of fish. You could have walked on the water, the amount of fish what was coming in, and then there's the shellfish. And the old story is, when the tide's out, the table's set. There was so much shellfish. There was paua, there was oysters, there was mussels, and this was an untouched virgin paradise. Our ancestors, when they first came to New Zealand, they were explorers, they were adventurers. The alterations they've done for all those fish traps that they've got running up this next ditch, this next canal. There's a massive big lagoon up here, and I've seen it full of kahawai, and it's only this deep. It's only 6 or 8 inches.
Essentially, walking in my ancestors' footsteps, embracing the environment, the stories of those places, who walked there before me, what kōrero and pūrākau are attached to this place, the archaeological sites associated with this place. These are all things that I try to incorporate and make a part of the story of my art.
The beauty of Lewis's work, he emulates the work of our ancestors, and he puts his artistic spin on it.
I have 3 children. Pirihira, 4, Mahina Ārangi is 2, and Tuhi Wairoa is 6 months old, and my wife, Sophie. I quite often bring them with me on our journeys up the awa, Te Hoiere, the awa of our ancestors and of our kaitiaki kai āwaro. So we journey up the awa, essentially walking in the footsteps of our tipuna, following those trails and coming to the awa, and then identifying quality Pakohe to be further used in my art. But it's not just the finding Pakohe, it's about being on our ancestral awa and bringing my kids and sharing with them the kōrero of kai āwaro and mātua hautiri and our ancestors. Yep, and this is a very special stone for our tipuna, for our ancestors. And look for this stone Pakohe so they can make their tools. They used to come up this awa, Te Hoiere, and look for this stone Pakohe, and they used to use it to make all their tools so they could build.
Our ancestors went round up every river mouth, every tributary. They just went back into the hills and they found everything. And most of those materials you find back at the Warau Bar.